Okay, so to start you're going to take two cards, face up on top of the pack, and you're going to grip them like this. So your pointer finger's on the left edge, your middle and your ring fingers are on the top edge, and then your pinky is on the right edge. Now you're going to riffle down about 10-15 cards. You're going to place these two cards into the pack like this. Now that the card is in the pack, you want to make sure that you push it in as far as you can without the entire bottom corner of the card being exposed. So this is about as far as the card can be, because if it's more like this and you pull this card up to do the change, people will see that it's actually two different cards. So make sure you slide the card down as much as you can without revealing the entire corner of the card. So like I said, this is about as far as it can be. Once you're in this position, you're going to take your left thumb and you're going to place it on the left edge of the two cards, and then your pointer finger is going to stay on the right edge of the two cards like this. Now it's important that these fingers stay here, because when you slide this card up, these fingers aren't there, the cards will separate. So once again, these two fingers stay on the sides of the cards, and using your thumb and your pointer finger, you're going to pull the top card up while keeping the second card behind it in place. So as you can see from the spectator view, all it looks like is that you're sliding this card back up, and they won't know that there's a second card behind. Now when you're just starting this move, I suggest that you pull the card up as much as you can to give yourself as much space, but the better you get, you can get away with probably a little bit less margin, something like this. Like I said, when you're just practicing, pull it up as much as you can while still being able to reach with your pointer finger. And then now we're going to get into how you actually make the card change. Now to actually make the change happen, you're going to take your thumb, which is on the left edge, and you're going to move it back to on top of the pack. Using your pointer finger, you're going to push these cards to the left slightly. And the reason you do this is because if the cards are too in line with the pack, it's going to be hard to separate them and push the top card into the deck. So you go from here, push the card slightly to the left, and then using your pointer finger, you're going to place it on the top edge of the two cards, like this. Now in order to make the change happen, you have to pull this top card to the right so that it's in line with the deck before you can push it in. So you go from here, you take your pointer finger, you pull the card to the right, like this, so it's in line, and then you push it back into the pack, making sure not to hit this corner on the way down. So once again, you go from this position to here, push the card to the left, put your finger on the top edge, pull it to the right until it's in line with the pack, and then push that card into the deck, making sure not to push the second card in as well. And this may seem kind of easy to see if you don't have any misdirection, so while you're doing this, you're going to shake your hand so that the spectator doesn't see the change happen. So as you're doing this, you pull the card, you're shaking, then you push it into the pack, and then you can reveal both sides of the deck, showing that the card has changed. Now as a final note, you should already be shaking the cards before you perform the change, because if you start separating the cards now and then shaking your hands, the spectator is going to see what's happening. So like I said, get it in position to perform the change, shake your hand first, and then as you're doing that, separate the cards and then push it into the deck, like this. So that was the change, and thank you for watching.